what is up guys, this is Jacko2011 here and welcome back to another video. And I've got some sick new update information for you guys. This is not really a leak, I guess you can call it, but oh my god, this is gonna get crazy. I'm gonna tell you guys straight up here right now. Okay, so I'm 99% sure that all of the dinosaurs in the game, almost all of them at least, will get new stats in the next update, guys. New stats. So we know that Fear was like saying all this stuff with like, we're getting a great change to Dinosaur Simulator. Great change. Let's go. He said he was very confident in what he was saying, and then he began counting down like weird stuff. He said 3 done, 7 done, 11 done, 16 done, 21 done. Then the list was like, what are you talking about? And Wolfdragon was like, my guess animations. And he kept on going, 27 done, 38 done, and he lost count apparently. And then he said a lot of numbers changing, and I was like, oh my god, new stats, guys. That was what I thought immediately when he said that. So we are getting, maybe all of the stats in the whole game will be changed, so it will be more fair. Like Triceratops will be nerfed and such, and oh my god, it will be awesome. Alright, so I'm gonna tell you guys some of the nerfs and buffs I want to hit the game, I guess you can say. So we're gonna start in alphabetical order. So a Kilobeta, it's decent right now, it's decent, but it could get a little buff to damage. Acrocanthosaurus, I think it should be nerfed in HP and buffed a little bit in damage. I think that would be cool. And maybe get 2 bleed as well. Excuse me guys. And we have a Aegisuchus, super huge nerf, please, down to like 700 HP or something and 90 damage. And guys, all of these stats are based off of like their sizes and what they should have in real life, because Aegisuchus was like 4 meters long in real life. It was not 18 like in the game. So guys, just trust what I say here, trust what I say. Albertosaurus, a little bit of a nerf, I guess, or a buff. I think it's fine right now at least. Albinoterra, nerf in defense, more HP. I would like it to have more HP but less defense, and that equals up basically. So it just receives bleed easy, I guess. It doesn't really change the durability or the damage per second, so don't worry about that. And we already got a buff to Allosaur, which I think is fine. It's nothing too special though. A Margasaur, also decent guys. We got Ankylosaur. I think Ankylosaur's HP should be nerfed and the damage should be buffed, because getting that crazy Ankylosaur Poncho or whatever with that tail, I think it would hurt quite a lot, guys. Honestly, I think it would hurt quite a lot to get that in your face, just out of nowhere, like RKO out of nowhere. It would do a lot of damage. And I think a Parasaurus should get twice the stats that it has got right now, and a speed nerf, guys. So this is where the important part comes in. You guys may be like, oh my god, a Parasaurus is so OP right now. It's intended to be even more OP if it was sort of realistic. So by having twice the stats it currently has in attack and HP, it will be very strong. But of course it will have a slower attack rate, and it will be way slower as well, just in general. So it cannot walk as fast, it cannot like hunt you guys KOS around and do all that crazy stuff that people normally do. Archelon is also fine. Arizonasaurus, yeah, fine, I don't really care. Like, they're small dinosaurs, nobody really uses them anyways. Avemimus should be nerfed down to 144 HP, because it's basically a chicken, like 1 pound or something. I'm not really sure how much a chicken weighs, but it's really weak, alright. And it will have the lowest attack as well in the whole game of 36. Bala should be nerfed as well. And we have Brachiosaurus. So just as the Apatosaurus, I want Brachiosaurus to have twice the stats that it currently has, and a growth rate of 5, and it will be super slow, like 6 speed or something. Like you can see right now it has 9 walking speed, but it would have 6 speed and 8 running speed. So that would be super slow. And honestly, I'm super hyped for all of this, guys. I'm super hyped. And as I've already said, even though you guys may be triggered because it will become OP, remember that it's just realistic and it will be slow, super slow, so you cannot like KOS as it or something. Baryonyx, also a little bit of a HP nerf but an attack buff. Brachiosaurus. So Brachiosaurus will also get twice the HP, but not twice the attack. It will have 420 attack. And yeah, it will also get a speed nerf, of course. And remember, all of these are my ideas for stats, so don't take them too seriously if they don't happen. Camarasaurus. Yeah, I think it's fine with the current stats, but it should get lower ones possibly. I'm not really sure right now. It really depends on how high Fear puts the Barrow and Apatow and Brachiosaurus etc. on the scale. And Acrocanthosaurus is fine as it is right now. We have Carnotaur. Carnotaur is also fine. A little attack buff would be nice though. Ceratosaur, yeah, just a little buff I guess. And Coelacanth, yeah, I don't really care about Coelacanth. And Theophilus, yeah, nerf I guess. Concavinator, a little buff I think. No, wait, no, I think it should receive a nerf actually, because Concavinator was not very large actually. And Corythosaurus, I think it should get an attack buff actually. Nothing else than that really. And the sharks, Crederexina, and nothing really. And the Centurus, we already got one, a buff. And Dinochirus, a nerf honestly, down to 1200 HP and like 150 damage. I think it has 150 damage already, but it has like 1500 HP, which I do not really like. I do not really like it, guys. We just need some power from all of these dinosaurs that need it actually, not all these dinosaurs that do not need it. It's just kind of annoying when such dinosaurs have got those OP stats but they're not really OP. And Deinosuchus, all the crocodiles basically I would want to have nerfed, but still they attack around the same, so just an HP, because they were not insanely huge. They were around 3 to 4 tons maximum. And the Dilophosaur, it's fine right now, just to keep it as a stat set it has right now. And the Diplodocus, I would want it to have the same HP as Albinoterra and the same attack. And so basically the Diplodocus would be kind of as strong as Albinoterra if it had more defense. So, but the Diplodocus would stay at the same speed because it is like a lightweight sauropod. Ectenosaurus, I don't really care about that one either. Edmontonia, yeah, the stats are fine right now. Elasmosaurus, the stats could be a bit lower, but it's honestly fine. And Eotrike, I think the HP should be nerfed down to around 1500. And attack is fine right now, honestly. And of course the speed is already nerfed on it, so that doesn't really matter. And Liopleurodon, yeah, just an HP nerf basically, and an attack boost, just like the Ankylosaur. They're very much similar. We have the Fresnosaurus, yeah, down with that as well. And Futaloncosaurus, a sauropod, the blue one, right? That we were destined to have a remake of a little time ago, but it didn't come, like, ever, basically. I would want a buff to that as well. Basically all the largest sauropods I would like a buff to, because they're not very strong right now. And they get KOS'd all the time. And then Gallimimus, yeah, just a nerf to that, because the stats that it has right now doesn't make sense at all. Gallimimus was super lightweight and such, so it's kind of stupid. And then Gigantoraptor, we just, yeah, giant nerf as well. Even it should be a bit above the Gallimimus though. But Giganotosaur, a bit of a nerf in HP, and then just around the same attack, I would say. Giraffatitan, the same as the other sauropods, a giant buff to HP and attack. But remember, the attack rates are slow for the sauropods, so they do not attack all the time, even though they have very good attack. Then we have Gojirasaurus, just a small nerf to that as well. And we have the Guanlong, quite a big nerf to that as well. Hatzegopteryx, nerf to that, because pterosaurs, they weighed like 200 kilos. It shouldn't have 1200 HP, the same as like an Allosaur or whatever, almost, when it weighs so little. So that's stupid. Helicoprion, around the same stats, I would say. And Iguanodon, of course, the stats that it has right now are fine. And Irritator, also the stats are fine. I would just like a bit less HP because, yeah, of course the Baryonyx is larger, and if I put the Baryonyx below the Irritator, that would be kind of weird. So, Irritator, nerf. Istrodactylus, nerf. Ichthyosaurus, nerf. Ichthyovenator. I'm kind of happy with the stats that Ichthyovenator's got right now, but I still think that Baryonyx was larger, so I would say that Baryonyx should be stronger. So nerf to Ichthyovenator as well. Then we have Camarasaurus, and yeah, I think the stats are decent right now for it. Nothing too much about it. Kulasuchus, I think they were able to grow up to a ton, so I think the stats are fine right now. We have Kosmoceratops as well. I would like a nerf to Kosmoceratops as well because it was so little, basically. And Chronosaur, I would like a buff to Chronosaur because Chronosaur, I've been told by people that Chronosaur was larger than the Plesiosaur because the Plesiosaur in game is the Plesiosaurus funky, and that is supposed to be smaller than the Chronosaur version, I guess. I'm not a paleontologist expert, you know, but yeah, Lead 6 is a buff in HP and a huge buff in damage because right now Lead 6 does no damage at all, and the HP is kind of fine, but I would like a little bit more. Then we have Liopleurodon. Also a little like nerf or buff. It really depends. Like I think the stats are kind of normal right now, kind of good. Then we have the Luso Titan, which we got already a buff for, but I think it should be a bit better than the buff we got because the current buff we got, it's not too great. It can still be KOS'd by hybrids and such. So please, at least give us a remake of it. A Mishima Soros, a huge nerf as well to both attack and health because Mishima Soros was only like 5 to 6 meters long. So it really makes sense. And we have Mastodontosaurus, and I think the stats are fine for that right now. A bit less than they are right now, but would be cool. But yeah, no hate on that. Murus Raptor though, I think it should be nerfed. I think it should be nerfed because after all, it has Raptor in its name and such. So I would guess that it wouldn't be too great of a foe. And then we also have Maiasaura. I think it should be nerfed as well in HP. Then have a little bit more attack at least. Then we have the Mosasaur, and I would like the Mosasaur to be nerfed as well. Sadly, guys, sadly. But Plesiosaur is just so much stronger than Mosasaur in real life, apparently. So that's just how it is. Like it's not a big nerf, but it is a nerf after all. Then Megavore, I would like a little HP buff, just basically the HP buff to make it a bit stronger. And yeah. It's just because I want Megavore to be the strongest hybrid. Because Avanicus, it's kind of gay, you know. It's kind of gay. Untitled that weird fish that Spinosaur hunts. Yeah, the stats are fine for that right now. Ornithomimus, nerf, please. It was super little, so kind of obvious. We have Parasaurolophus, and I'm not really sure about this one, but a little buff, I guess, would be cool. And then we have Plesiosaur, of course, and I will nerf Plesiosaur, just like the Mosasaur. But Chronosaur will be stronger. And then we have Prognathodon, the Mosasaur thing. And that, of course, would also be nerfed because it's a Mosasaur. And then we have Pteranodon. Pteranodon will be nerfed. Brachiosaurus, nerfed. Parasaurus, twice his stats, as they were actually promised quite a while ago. Fearnot told us that he would make Parasaurus like 7,200 HP or something, but he never did that, so that may still come. Quetz, nerf. Saltosaurus, the stats are fine right now. Sarcosuchus, HP nerf. Saurolophus, stats are fine right now. Sauroniops, I'm not really sure what that is even. But yeah, I guess that's fine right now. I don't really have an opinion on it. And Saurophaganex, the stats are kind of fine right now, but they could be a bit better. They could be a bit better, honestly. Sauroposeidon, twice the stats as well, except for attack. Shantungosaur, a little 400 more HP and a little bit more attack as well, because Shantungosaur was after all almost like 20 tons, I think. It was the largest hadrosaur, and it could pack quite a punch, honestly. A punch as is with its head, basically. And we already got the Shastasaurus buff. I would just like more attack for Shastasaurus, honestly. So, a little buff to Shastasaurus. Shunosaurus, stats are fine right now. Spinosaur, HP nerf, but attack boost. So, up to 210 attack. Very cool. Squalicorex, around the same stats as right now, fine. Stegosaurus, nerf. Stegosaur, stats are around fine right now. Styracosaur, current stats are fine, but a bit of an HP nerf, honestly. And then Tarbosaur, current stats good, yes. Thalastromeus, current stats bad. Let's nerf it, guys, let's nerf it. Elasmosaurus, yeah, nerf to that as well. Nerf to that as well. And Therizinosaurus, same stats, they are fine right now. Titanosaur, buff to HP and buff to attack, because Titanosaur, it's straight up trash right now. It's straight up trash. And Torvosaur is also really cool, and it will get a slight damage buff. Then we have Triceratops, everyone's favorite. It will have a huge HP nerf from 1800 to 1560. And it will get less defense, but it will get 54 damage more. But it will have an attack rate of 2. It will deal 2 bleed. And that will make the durability lower and the damage per second higher. But that thing is it gets more bleed now. But overall it has less stats than the current one. So Triceratops nerf. Troodon, yeah, big nerf to that as well. Toothothis, also kind of a nerf to the health, and a big buff to the attack, because it's a giant squid after all. Then we have the T-Rex. It will keep its current stats. The Pteranodon will also keep its current stats around that at least. And Utahraptor will also be nerfed quite a bit, because raptors are not supposed to be super strong. Yandusaurus also nerfed, sadly. And Utahraptor will stay around where it is right now. Okay, and so Avenicus at last. I would like Avenicus to get less speed, and I wanted to have 0 defense. 0 defense is what I like. I'm fine with the attack, but I want 0 defense for it. And Mapusaurus, I'm also completely fine with Mapusaurus right now. But yeah, I guess that was it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed checking through the whole list with me. Remember, these were all my thoughts about the buffs and nerfs, so they are not final yet. But maybe Fear Not will watch this video and be like, yeah, let's change some of these things to make them better. I guess if people like the video that Jacko made, I guess why not? But yeah, if you're new to the channel, please do comment and like and subscribe or whatever. Especially subscribe, because we are the hottest dinosaur simulator gang right now. And of course, I'm giving away this galactic barrow that I have been eldering in this video, so you can just go and watch that video if you want. And tell me what you think of my buffs and nerf ideas in the comments down below. And I'll see you guys next time. Alright, bye bye.